No one inside the paddock expected what would unfold next, and it would change everything for him, his team, and the entire season. In the high-stakes world of MotoGP, loyalty has a price, and at the Sepang International Circuit, the bill has finally come due. The king is leaving, a titan is rising from the east, and the mechanical soul of a Japanese giant is being ripped apart and rebuilt in a desperate bid for survival. This is not just a test. It is the end of an era and the violent birth of another. The humidity of Malaysia clings to the garage walls like a second skin, but the heat inside the Monster Energy Yamaha box isn't coming from the climate. It's coming from a machine that shouldn't exist yet. For over 2 decades, Yamaha defined itself by the surgical precision of the inline-4 engine, the screamer that brought Valentino Rossi and Fabio Quartararo to world titles. But as the 2026 shakedown begins, a new sound tears through the pit lane. It is deep, guttural, and violent. The V4 project has finally transitioned from the secret CAD drawings in Iwata to the asphalt of Sepang. Engineers stand in a circle, their faces illuminated by the blue glow of diagnostic laptops, watching the vibrations of a bike designed to save a legacy. This isn't just a technical update, it's a confession that the old way is dead, and the only path to survival is to adopt the brutal philosophy of their European rivals. The silence of the night is shattered. The war has begun.
While the factory team stares at data, a figure walks through the Pramac Yamaha garage with a confidence that borders on arrogance. Toprak Razgatlıoğlu, the man they call the Ottoman, has arrived to claim his inheritance. For years, the MotoGP paddock dismissed him as a world SBK specialist, a rider whose Stoppie style and late-braking aggression wouldn't translate to the delicate Michelin tires. But as Toprak swings a leg over the M1, the atmosphere shifts. He isn't here to learn the lines, he's here to rewrite them. By the first hour of day 2, he is already defying physics, standing the bike on its front wheel at the end of the back street, entering corners with a degree of lean that makes the veterans wince. The paddock insiders are whispering, Yamaha didn't just sign a rookie, they signed a disruptor. Toprak's shadow is growing longer, and it's beginning to eclipse the established order of the factory team, signaling a transition of power that no one expected so soon. Just as the V4 engine begins to sing, a digital bomb is dropped on the paddock. Reports from the inner circles of HRC and the French media confirm the unthinkable. Fabio Quartararo has signed a blockbuster contract to join Honda in 2027. The news spreads through the Sepang paddock like wildfire, turning the Yamaha garage into a house of mirrors. Fabio, the man who is supposed to be the face of the V4 revolution, is now a lame duck champion.
He sits in the corner of his box, his eyes fixed on the monitors, but the connection is severed. How does a rider provide the soul for a machine he will never race in anger? The El Diablo era at Yamaha is officially in its final act. The tension is no longer about lap times, it's about betrayal. Every piece of feedback Fabio gives is now scrutinized by engineers who wonder if his heart is already in the garage next door. The golden boy of Iwata is leaving, and he's leaving behind a project that was built specifically to keep him. While Yamaha navigates its internal civil war, a different kind of drama unfolds at the top of the timing screens. The Espargaro brothers, Aleix and Pol, are putting on a clinical display of sibling rivalry and technical dominance. Aleix, now the lead developer for the resurrected Honda project, is untouchable. He isn't just fast, he is 1.5 seconds clear of the fastest Yamaha, proving that HRC's recovery is ahead of schedule. On the other side of the track, Pol is pushing the KTM RC16 to its absolute limit, acting as the benchmark for the next generation of rookies. The sight of Aleix at the top of the sheets is a psychological dagger to Yamaha. It confirms that while the M1 V4 is a promising experiment, the competition has already perfected the formula. The mountain Yamaha must climb isn't just steep, it's vertical.
The Espargaro Masterclass serves as a brutal reminder that in MotoGP, while you are busy inventing the future, your rivals are already living in it. In a desperate move to find the mechanical soul of the new V4, Yamaha's technical director orders an exorcism. They strip the bike of its complex triplane winglets and tailed aero, sending Toprak and Jack Miller out on naked machines. This is a journey back to the basics, an attempt to understand how the 850cc ready chassis handles without the invisible hand of aerodynamics pushing it into the ground. The bike looks skeletal, raw, and dangerous. Without the downforce, the V4 becomes a wild animal, wheeling uncontrollably over the crest of Turn 1. This technical gamble is designed to fix the traction deficit that has plagued Yamaha for 5 years. They are searching for natural grip, the kind of mechanical honesty that electronics can't fake. As the mechanics bolt the aero back on, the data reveals a terrifying truth. The new engine has more power than the chassis can currently handle. The beast is born, but it hasn't been tamed. Jack Miller doesn't speak in corporate platitudes. He speaks in horsepower and frustration. Having moved from KTM to the Pramac Yamaha squad, Miller is the canary in the coal mine for the V4 project. His feedback is the bridge between the European V4 philosophy and the Japanese inline-4 heritage.
On day 2, Miller is seen in heated discussion with the Japanese engineers, gesturing wildly about the bike's mid-corner behavior. He brings the secrets of Ducati and KTM to the table, but he also brings the pressure of a rider who knows his career is on the line. Miller isn't just testing a bike, he's fighting for his relevance in a sport that moves faster than a 220 mph straightaway. His presence in the box adds a layer of grit to the project, forcing the engineers to move away from theoretical simulations and face the harsh reality of the racetrack. Thriller Miller is the voice of the paddock, and right now, that voice is demanding more than Yamaha can give. At the bottom of the timing sheets, a different kind of battle is being fought, a battle against the clock and the crushing weight of expectation. LCR Honda rookie Diogo Moreira is finding out just how brutal the transition to the Premier class can be. He is staring at a 2.8-second deficit to Aleix Espargaro, a gap that looks like an eternity in a sport measured in milliseconds. Every time he exits the pits, the cameras follow him, capturing the wobbles, the missed apexes, and the visible fatigue in his posture. MotoGP doesn't care about your resume, it only cares about your adaptability. Moreira's struggle is a mirror for the entire Honda project, flashes of brilliance buried under mountains of development work.
His journey is the human beat of the documentary, a reminder that behind the multi-million-dollar machines are young men risking everything to close a gap that feels impossible. The shakedown is testing his resolve as much as his talent. The air in the paddock is thick with speculation, and the name on everyone's lips isn't even at the track yet. Jorge Martin, the reigning title contender, is the final piece of the 2027 puzzle. With Fabio Quartararo's defection to Honda confirmed, the factory Yamaha seat is officially the most coveted opening on the grid. Insiders suggest that Martin's management is already in deep talks with Yamaha, a move triggered by Pedro Acosta's inevitable promotion to the factory Ducati seat. This creates a domino effect that could reshape the entire championship. The mechanics in the Yamaha garage are working on the V4 knowing that the man who will eventually race it might be their greatest current rival. This political tension adds a layer of mystery to the test. Every lap Toprak sets is a message to Martin. The bike is ready, are you? The future of the sport is being negotiated in air-conditioned hospitality units while the bikes roar outside. As the second day of testing nears its 6 p.m. conclusion, the timing screens provide the biggest twist of the week. Toprak Razgatlıoğlu, in only his second full day on the M1, puts in a lap that sends shockwaves through the paddock.
He isn't just fast for a rookie, he is faster than the factory star, Fabio Quartararo. The Ottoman has officially eclipsed the king. The data shows that Toprak is finding time in the braking zones where no other Yamaha rider has ever dared to look. The hierarchy of the factory has been shattered in less than 48 hours. Fabio's face, captured by a long-lens camera in the back of the garage, says it all. The man who is leaving has been outperformed by the man who just arrived. It is a symbolic passing of the torch that happened much sooner than Yamaha's management ever planned. The successor isn't just waiting in the wings, he has taken center stage and refused to leave. As the sun sets over the Sepang International Circuit, the sound of the V4 finally fades into the jungle air. Day 2 of the shakedown is over, but the implications will be felt for the next decade. Yamaha heads into the final day of testing as a house divided. They have a revolutionary engine that shows immense potential, but they have lost the heart of their lead rider. They have found a future superstar in Toprak, but they have also found that the gap to the front is still a canyon. The cliffhanger remains, can Yamaha build a championship-winning machine around a rookie while their primary developer is counting down the days until he can wear Honda orange? The V4 is alive, but the soul of the team is in transition. The road to 2027 has begun, and the first casualties have already been claimed.
The race hasn't even started, but for Yamaha, the most important battle has already been lost and won.